Hi first graders, Mr. C's class and Mrs. Parsons' class. Happy Wednesday to you. As you can see, it is now May 20th. We're getting closer and closer to the end of the school year. It's making me sad. Now today, I brought my plastic coins, as you can see, because we are going to be doing our math page together. So when you do your paper, you might want to grab some because it helps train your brain sometimes. So what we're doing in first grade is we're training our brain to remember that the penny, the one with Abraham Lincoln, he's worth 1. So he's only worth 1 cent. We're also training our brain to memorize that Thomas Jefferson is on the nickel. And we're training our brain to know what a nickel feels like and how it feels bigger than a penny. It's also silver colored, but it's only worth 5 cents. Now, we'll also be using dimes today. Now, dimes are pretty tiny. When I compare my dime next to my penny, the dime feels a little bit different. It's got kind of a rigid edge. It's got like bumpies. It's really small. And one thing to know about the dime is that it is worth 10 cents. So that one, even though it's smaller than a nickel, it's actually worth more. It's worth 10 cents. And the last one we have today is our quarter. Now, of course, our quarter is one of our biggest coins. And a quarter is worth 25 cents. And on the quarter, we have the head of George Washington. And we have the big eagle on the back with the wings spread. Now, when we do our paper today, you might want to borrow some money from someone in your family, or maybe you have a piggy bank saved up, because that will help train your brain. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to remember what these are worth. And sometimes it just helps us count when we have to feel things. These are called manipulatives. And we use these a lot in school to help us learn. Now today we have, I see the head of George Washington. That's a quarter. That's worth 25. And I know that. So I'm going to write it down. Now, that looks like the really tiny one. That looks like my dime. My dime is worth how much? 10 cents. Now I'm gonna have to add those together. Now I could use a number line. I could use my handy dandy fingers. I could maybe use some tally marks. Either way, let's try and count up. So we'll start at 25 and then we'll count up 10. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Now my answer for that one is 35 cents. So I'll write the 3 first and then a 5. Now let's see if we can do our next one together. I see a quarter, which is worth 25. See a dime. Actually, it's the back side of the dime. It's worth 10 cents. And Mr. Nickel, he's worth 5 cents. Now how could we solve this one? Now I'm noticing that these two start with a quarter. These two problems. And then they have a dime. And then they add a nickel. So if you know what 25 plus 10 is, and it equals 35, then you know that these two together, the quarter and the dime, you know that they equal 35. And if we were to add 5 more, what's 35 plus 5? I'll give you a second. 35 plus 5 more. 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. 35 plus 5 equals 40. Ha ha. Let us write that down. Now let's go to our next one. Oh my gosh, I'm noticing like a pattern. This one has the same as the previous one. They're trying to trick us, but they can't. I see a quarter, I see the back side of the quarter. Still worth 25 cents. It has not changed. I see the front side of the dime. Don't try and trick me. I know a dime is worth 10 cents. And the back side of a nickel, still worth only 5 cents. Now, they snuck in someone this time, Mr. Penny. Mr. Penny's only worth 1. So we have 25 plus 10. That gives us 35. 35 plus 5. That gives us 40. What's 40 plus 1? Easy peasy. 41. Now, here's what starts to get trickier. Down here on these, they are not the same. They're not following the rules like the other ones did. So we'll do one together. We have a quarter. We have, oops, dropping things. 2 dimes, 1 nickel, and 2 pennies. Now a quarter is worth 25. A dime is worth 10. And there's another 10. Oops. A nickel is worth 5. A penny is worth 1. And so is this penny. Now we have to add those together. Now 25 plus 10 plus 10 again. Ooh. We might have to use skip counting by 10. But we're going to actually start at 25. So skip counting will look like this. 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. What's 45 plus 5 more? 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. What's 50 plus 1? 51. What's 50 plus 51 plus another one? 52. Gwen's hanging out with me in the background. Now, another way to solve this problem would be, I could have drawn a number line at the bottom of my paper and I could have counted up. So I could start at 25 and to add 10 more, I could have gone 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. And then I had to add 10 again for this dime. So I'm at 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. And then I would add 5 more. 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52.